Welcome back to the channel again. Going to look at some Knipex tools this morning and have a little talk through some of the ones I have in my day-to-day tool tote and see what you might think of those ones. Again, if you are watching and you find these useful, please like and subscribe. Just to build my little confidence more than anything. I'm going to keep going with these, and eventually, as I've said in some of the other videos, we'll be going out on site soon. Maybe introduce you to some of the other people in my small team and show you how we use a lot of this gear on day-to-day electrical works. Anyway, let's get started. And a lot of these things you'll have seen on Instagram and other people's YouTube videos already, so I do apologise. But this is the stripping tool that Knipex do, and there's a little lock on the back there so it doesn't just fly open on you. You open it up there, you can strip your flex cables out of sheath, and then you've got the inner core stripper on there, if you can see that. But it runs all the way from 0.2 to 4mm, and you know, for stripping flex it's fast. You're not damaging your cores when you take the outer flex or outer sheath off, and you get a good clean cut on the inner conductors. And then this end you've got for your coaxes, your RG6s and the like. Pop them through there and strip those off. You know, it's good to have in one little tool. You know, it's something that I use quite often with flex stripping. Oh, there's that one there. And that is the 169501 by Knipex 42337. And again, I'll put a link to that in the description so you can go and take a look on Knipex's website. But again, you find online retailers where you can pick that up. And we'll do these two together. So these are the stripping knives. And you'll see there that they've got the cover caps on. So the first one is the 9852. I'll just put the other one down now. And that's just got a clean cut blade. So you can see that there. There's just a sharp edge on there. It's nice and sharp, nice and bright. See, I don't use these very often, in truth. The other one I do, this one not so much. But I got this one first before I knew about the other one. So this is a purchase that I might not have made once I was aware of the next knife I'm going to show you. But it does come in handy. It's a safe tool to use while you're stripping outer sheaths. So on that. This one I do like. This is the 9855, and this is the blade. You can see there it's got a hooked edge. You can see that. So the idea is you can cut into the outer sheath and then hook this on and draw down the cable, or the cable depending which way you're going, and strip the sheath in a safe manner, so you're not going to damage any of the internal conductors. There's no cutting edge on the top there, it's cut on the hooked edge. So as you draw through, it strips it away. And again, it's a VDE tool, it's 1000 volts, made in Germany, and that's the 9855 by Knipex. So this is something that I use quite a bit. You know, steel wire armour, outer sheaths, it strips it no bother. And again, you can use it on T&E, strip the outer sheath, nice and safe. You're not going to damage any of the internal conductors. It's a good stripping knife, it's that one. This is something I got quite recently, again by Knipex, and that's the 9020185, again made in Germany, and it'll cut your PVC pipe up to 25mm, so your conduit PVC. See there, it's got a nice sharp clean blade on, fresh one going recently, so the blades are changeable. They will dull over time, but that one's as sharp as anything, and it cut through conduit with ease. So you pop it through, one snip and away you go. I know you can just use a junior hacksaw, or even pipe slices will do it, but this is good. It saves a lot of time, a lot of messing about. It's just a quick tool. They're not expensive, so I would recommend this one. Again, if you're doing a lot of conduit work, it's worth having in your tool bag. Some of the more day-to-day tools, so it's this one here, and when you look at this, we spoke about this on Monday Club actually, over on the EGT channel. When you look at them you think, God, that looks awful. But when you actually use them, they're amazing. So you've got a needle nose plier end on there, you've got a gripped end in there in the front of the pliers, and then you've got 1.5, well it's actually 0.7 to 1.5 stripping hole, and a 2.5mm stripping hole. You can see that in there. And then a crop type cutting edge to cut through conductors. There is even a little crimp in there as well, so you can crimp. That's 0.5 to 2.5. So, you know, for one little tool to take up top of some steps or something, you know, it's all saving carrying stuff, isn't it? That's a big thing at the moment. And again, these are VDE. They're the 1396 200s. I think you can get them in a slightly longer length as well. I might be wrong on that, but I think you can get 220s. You can also get them without the spring loaded. So you see these are spring loaded. You can just get them where there's no spring element in there. So these will pop apart if they're on a card. Again, you've got your little locking bit there just to lock them up when you're putting them away so they don't spring apart. And also if you're going inside consuming some accessories, it keeps them knit together just enough so you're not having to faff around too much. So I like these, and I didn't think I would when I first got them, so I'd recommend those ones. Which one next? So there's this Knipex Multistripping tool. So again, it's for flexes if you like. See the hole in there? You can strip your flexes. You can see that. And then again, you've got a 1.5 and 2.5mm cutting hole and a sharp cut edge to cut your conductors. Again, 1000 volts VDE. This is something I picked up at a trade show. I've used it here and there, not as often as I probably should. Just finding it in the tool bag this morning might make me give it another shot again next time I'm doing a few flex cables. So there's that one. These are the big Knipex cutters. So again, 1000 volts VDE, and this is for cutting slightly bigger cable in. You can see you've got the open edge there and a sharp inner edge on there. And again, I do like using these. They're the 9516 200s, and they will cut 20 to 70mm square copper and aluminium. So you could cut smaller conductors, but it'll be a bit over the top. It's a nice wide opening. So those ones. And then last but not least, you've got these. I don't use these very often, but for stripping conductors, you've got a cut edge on there, and then there's a cutting edge in the middle of them as well for cutting conductors. You can adjust this, and you'll have used these from other brands I'm sure, but you can adjust this to open up the end so you know you're not going to catch any of the inner cores when you're stripping cables, so you hook onto them, strip away. And they're the 1366 180s. So again, do like those. That's my little collection of Knipex hand tools. I do like to use decent stuff. So I've got the Klein, Knipex and Weir generally in the hand tool collection. There's a bit of NWS as well, but they're generally the three brands I tend to stick to. So if you found that useful, I'll pop a link over to the Knipex website where you can go and check the whole range of hand tools. And again, if you search online, you'll find most of those from between sort of £20, £50 each, depending on where you're shopping. You don't go wrong with that kind of quality. So it pays sometimes. I've had a number of these tools a lot of years and they still look like new. I mean, I am particular in keeping them clean and nice and shiny, generally speaking. But these are hard wearing. They're not going to be breaking on you after a couple of cuts. Right across the whole range. So I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to like and subscribe to the channel, I'd be really grateful. And again, if you haven't seen already, on the EGT channel, Electricians Guide to Everything, we've got a Monday Club running. I'm on there every week with the guys talking about the industry. So head over, see what you think. Cheers.